Do you want me to go straight to the bear attacks?
God, the bear attacks have been bad lately.
Did you hear about the one last week?
I think so. I've heard about a few.
Okay.
The one in the hammock?
Yep. And I am...
They survived, but they went and killed the bear.
All right. Okay, so what happened? This story came out June 18th. So, yeah, 8 days ago. A 16-year-old female was in a hammock, attacked by a black bear, had to be airlifted by the National Guard, actually, to a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where this occurred?
Was it the Smokies?
The second site we stayed at the Smokies.
That's what I thought.
Site 29.
Wow.
I texted Bryce. So whenever I see a bear attack in the Smokies, I'm like, here we go again. And I immediately texted Bryce the article. I should pull it up. If you just Google Smokies bear attack, it came out like last week. Why are you on the CNOC Outdoors website?
Somebody
right
made
now?
a good suggestion about for your cold brew about.
Oh, we could use a CNOC thing
like a collapsible
for cold brew.
Yeah, or anything.
It's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea. Love the ideas. Keep them coming. So anyway, wait. Oh,
Kern collapsible cups.
CNOC has a great collapsible cup. Okay, this could be a good idea. Well, Andy,
yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah, Kern collapsible cup. Let's check that out. That's cheap too. $13.
How much do they weigh?
11 grams. Hey-o. That's pretty good.
Is that lighter than my plastic cup? Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, all right. We got to check out these cups. Anyway, whenever there's a bear attack in Tennessee, I'm like, all right, got to be in the Smokies. So I went to read about it, and every time there's a bear attack in the Smokies, I text Bryce, and I go, hey, Bryce, was this where we were? We should pull up the video. So if you go to our Smokies trip we did with Dan Becker and Bryce in December, the second site we stayed at, site 29, is where this attack occurred. Also,
that was a nice site.
Not the first time a person has been ripped out of their hammock by a black bear in the Smokies, might I add, which is also scary. I mean, I feel like it's 10 times scarier thinking about it in a hammock. Don't you? Because in the hammock, I mean, the bear can get in a tent. At least you've got, I mean, they'll rip through the walls super fast, but at least you've got some space between your face and the bear. Dude, in a hammock, I mean, you can have a bear just go right up to you and it's ripping you out of there with its mouth, by the way. That's a key point to know here. Like, it's not grabbing you and taking you out of the hammock. It's biting you and ripping you out of the hammock. Now, I should say the good news, this woman, this woman, she's 16, is going to be fine. I mean, she had to be airlifted to the hospital. So the article did not go into the severity of the injuries.
Well, I mean, like where would you airlift them from there?
She went to UT, Tennessee.
No. I mean, like, because I know that site. You're like,
they probably do something where the winch cable comes down with the stretcher, right? Unfortunately, they're probably well versed about taking people out from bear attacks from there. They probably, that, right? Like what you see with like the Navy people in the water, they probably send the winch down with the backboard and bring them out. The interesting thing is, though, the article did not say when the attack occurred. And I'm assuming it happened at night because she was in the hammock, but they airlifted her out at 9 in the morning. I was like, that's interesting.
Well, maybe I don't know. But,
because okay, so
I don't want to play the,
they're like, maybe it's not that they don't think it's that bad in the morning. Like, oh crap, she needs to go to the hospital. But you would think, or maybe they had to send. Maybe we got cell service at that site though.
So, question: I don't want to do the whole victim blaming thing, but was there a reason, like specifically, like food related?
They don't talk about it.
Okay.
All Bryce said was, "I'm glad I hung my food that night." No, the article did not say that, and I would think that site has bear hanging devices readily there. I would think they're probably being fine about their food, but it doesn't say. The article was pretty vague. Obviously, they killed the bear.
Yeah,
which is sad. I mean, you got to though. I mean, you got to kill that thing.
I wonder if they eat the bear.
You think?
Trash bears.
Like that's not a terrible point though. Like,
What do they do with it?
It didn't say.
They probably destroy it.
Well, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Do they burn it?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question.
We got a bear burn.
What do they do? No,
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a real question though. What do they do? Like these ones that they have to euthanize. Like, what do they do with them?
What is it a crazy idea to just let like coyotes or other bears eat them? You probably wouldn't do that though.
You wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to draw things to it. This is a
great
great question. And then depending on how they euthanize it, well, they just shoot it. That's what am I talking about? They don't trank it or anything.
So people in the chat are being very helpful. So Rotor Medic Vance says press release said food was properly stored.
Okay.
The article has statements from the Rangers vouching for the family. Local news. So this is ATOD saying local news said they did all the preparations correctly.
Okay, that's good.
Jeez.
Oh, but that's scarier.
Yeah, that's worse. You always want to have like something that you can blame so that you can feel better.
And meanwhile, old Bryce is literally sleeping with his food bag. That's going to make you think twice about doing that.
But were they hibernating when we were there?
Listen, technically we were there in the winter, so you could say yes, but the idea that all bears hibernate is a myth. Not all bears hibernate. Now, we were there. It was freezing cold, probably, but not all bears hibernate. But it does make you think twice about.
Mike K said landfill.
That's probably right.
Yeah.
But then you got to think if it's a big bear and it's somewhere hard, they're not going to extract it, right?
I don't know.
Like, did they shoot? I mean, they shoot it, right?
Yeah.
Like they probably like. Did they like? How do they do it? Like, in a helicopter, or like, do they just like send in Bubba with like a high-powered rifle?
I don't know. I imagine it's the Rangers.
And then
how do they track it down though? That's
so
will they bait it?
So true story. In the article, they talk about the family identified the bear. Which, first off,
how do they do that?
I have so many questions about how this went down. Like, so.
Oh wait, flight out during the daylight to winch area between two ridges.
So that means, okay, so maybe they notified search and rescue at night, and search and rescue's like, hey, if it's not life threatening, like we can't get to you till the morning. I mean, that site, you're 5 miles from the car.
Yeah.
So it's all downhill. It's all downhill. And if it's something where it's life threatening and you're not suspecting like a spinal cord injury, I mean, you're carrying them out. I mean, you could get to the car in 2 hours if you were busting it. So you got to think, in my head, I'm like, okay, they probably assessed the situation at night and we're like, hey, we can wait. But then it's like, if they had to be life flighted out, it couldn't have been that, like it had to be somewhat serious, right?
Yeah, if they're life flighting, there's probably.
So then why did they wait till the morning? I would think search and rescue would be equipped to do this sort of thing at night.
Well, maybe safety.
Maybe they couldn't get them to the extraction place at night. You bring up a valid point.
Well, the helicopter. They probably, but okay, so like once they get you to the road, let's say they hiked you out to the road where like a vehicle can pick you up.
But then you would have a vehicle come pick them up. You wouldn't have a helicopter.
Yeah, but maybe they wanted to get her to a hospital quicker.
That's a fair point. That's a great point. But then why wouldn't have they life flighted him out at night or hiked him back to the car at night?
Oh yeah, Brian. Okay, so Brian Jakura in the chat said, I believe they tested the bear afterward and found human blood. That's true.
Oh, but they're not doing that until after they kill it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, there's bear.
All right, we're just gonna double check now. No, the article did say the people identified the bear, and I think they also said that the Park Service, they found multiple bears in that area, and I guess the family identified the one and then they just kill it. I still have questions. I'm very happy that this girl is okay.
Yes, that's God.
She was treated for injuries, but I don't think it's like it's obviously serious, but I don't think it's like.
You know what's crazy though? Like I remember when we were going to that trip, we were debating bear spray.
We absolutely were debating bear spray.
And I didn't take mine.
Neither of us took it, and I'm definitely bringing bear spray.
That's changing from now on.
Are you bringing bear spray to Colorado?
I don't know. I can't fly with it. I'd have to buy it out there.
I will definitely be bringing bear spray to the Tahoe Rim Trail.
Yeah.
I did it last time I was there.